everybody. It's Slingin Dirt Media. It's Saturday morning. I don't do a lot of Saturday morning stuff, but here we are. We're in the garage with Kevin McCoy. Kevin, what is this, a two-time track champion now, Florence Speedway?
Yeah, two-time back-to-back at Florence. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for getting up Saturday morning, and let's making this happen.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, dude. So, how did you get started in dirt racing?
Well, see, I started out in asphalt racing.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Did you do that for a long time, or?
I did that for maybe 2 years or so. I grew up. My dad. My dad's fault, man. I grew up racing with him, and now it's in the blood, and I can't shake it now. So
it's a bad habit, dude.
Yeah. So we lived in Dayton, Ohio. That's where I
Okay.
was raised. So we raced Kilcare and Shady Bowl, and
I'm sorry.
so that's where I started out up there, and then pretty much got a job down in Cincinnati and ended up moving down to Walton. And I was still driving all the way up to Shady Bowl. I mean, it was like 2.5 hours one way.
That's a haul.
So we raced up there 2, 3 in the morning all the way back. So
Yeah.
after that, I was like, man, there's 3 dirt tracks right here. So my car wasn't legal for dirt at the time. It was a V6.
Okay.
So I ended up doing some wheeling and dealing and got a 4-cylinder car, which is actually this one.
Okay.
So we raced it up on asphalt for a little bit, and then eventually we went to the Gobbler at Muller was my first dirt race.
Yeah.
So we had a little push rod motor, not much at all. And went down there, and we were running 5th or 7th or something.
Okay.
I was happy.
First time out.
Yeah, first time on dirt.
That's
First time ever on
respectable,
dirt.
yeah.
And we misshifted on a restart and fell back to 7th. But after that, I'm like, man, this might be something. So we raced Lawrenceburg, raced that probably half a year or so. And
How did you like that?
I really like Lawrenceburg. It's fast, but
The track's different.
Yeah,
It's a different animal.
I feel like it's definitely a wide open track.
Yeah. Especially for these cars.
Yeah, we were still underpowered. So then we did an eco swap, and then we were running back towards the front. Then so
Yeah.
I'm like, this is it.
And then how long ago was this?
That was back in 18 probably.
Okay.
When I fully went kind of dirt way. I started asphalt maybe 15.
Okay.
somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Now, was the cars, other than the motor, was the cars very similar? Same kind of car, same kind of class?
on the asphalt?
Yes.
Well, my first car was a V6 Ford Probe 5-speed.
Okay.
And the V6s had 2 front-wheel drive classes. You had the Hondas with the VTEX and V6, what do you want to run? It was pretty much whatever.
Yeah.
And then you had a bone stock class, was your all-American made 4-cylinders.
Okay.
So I ran they called it tuners, was the all-out class. I ran the tuners, and they said the V6 on the right front, it just didn't handle like the Hondas did. So that's when
Right.
we got a Cavalier and ran the stock class, and then we ventured down the dirt with that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's actually the same car. So
Same car.
Same car.
So, I got to ask, which is more fun? Which do you like better, asphalt or dirt?
I like dirt, but man, I really want to go back and run some asphalt. So,
Really?
well, yeah, just to see if I still can do it.
Okay, can you run this car as is on asphalt, or do you have
Not
to
with
make changes?
not with their rule package.
Not with
no,
their rules.
no,
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But
So
so-
that's a little different.
So this car's got some history with me too, though. Like I said, I got this way back. It's pretty much a second race car, really.
Okay, this is your second car.
Yeah, and then so we had it. Like I said, we were running it. It was white at the time, and ran dirt Florence and Moeller with it in Lawrenceburg, and then had another kid come on the way, so it was time to sell a race car.
Yeah.
So we sold-
Funny how that happens,
Yeah.
ain't it?
So we sold it to Jack Flume. He bought it. He raced it for a little while.
Jack's a good dude.
Yeah, and then I think he ran it for about a season or so.
Yeah.
And he raffled it off to Hunter Perry. Hunter Perry ran it for a little while, and somehow Jake Stamper got it.
Okay.
He ran it for a while, and then I don't know if he had no luck with it, or I don't know what happened, but he ended up it was for sale.
Yeah.
Matt Large bought it, and I'm like, man, that's when I started seeing pictures. I'm like, that's my old car. Like, I
That's
really
my
want
old
that
car.
back.
Yeah.
So me and Matt did some wheeling and dealing some stuff, and I ended up getting it back, and
So this is that car. You got it back.
Yep.
Now you're still racing it.
this is it. This is it.
Now you found some speed in this thing. This thing is consistently whipping ass.
Yeah, I don't know how, honestly, because it's kind of I kind of stick to the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
Sure.
It's honestly, it's pretty simple. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't mess with the whole thing. You
Right.
race to race. I change one thing here and there. And
Yeah. I knew that Jack and G, the Flume boys, I mean, they build good cars. I mean, they don't put junk together. They put a nice piece together. I've done episodes with them, and great people. But yeah, did you go to Bristol? I know they raced at Bristol.
I have not been to Bristol.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's funny about Jack. It was 21, and it was fall 50 Florence. Mm-hmm. And he messaged me like that Monday. Like, what do you think about driving my car? I'm like, don't mess with me like that.
Come on.
At that time, I don't have anyone. Like, I'm maybe outside top 5 with all my finishes.
Right.
So I went over on the during the week and got sat in it, make sure I could reach the pedals and everything. And then Jeep brought it out Saturday to Florence, and I climbed in it, and we parked it in Victory Lane. So.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
So thanks to Jack, I got my first win on dirt, and after that, I was like, I need more of these.
I need more of these for sure. Jeep has, I don't know if it's joked around, but Jeep has said, like, hey, make sure you bring your helmet tonight. And I'm like, man, I'm working tonight or something somewhere. I'm like, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'll hop in and I'll try it, you know. I've done some street stock and modified stuff, you know, for a while, but I've never hopped in a 4-cylinder. I'm not saying I wouldn't try it. I mean,
it's a blast, but I mean, I've seen, you know, real drive guys jump in the Hornet and they're like, no, that's not for me.
Yeah, it's way different.
Yeah, I think everything's backwards.
Really? So have you drove any rear wheel stuff? Have you raced any rear wheel stuff?
I've owned just about everything. But I've never had it, you know, I've never put a motor in it or raced it. I've had, I don't know, 2 or 3 modifieds and street stocks, and just never finished them.
I've raced, I mean, a few different types of cars, you know, but I've never done something that's front wheel drive on a track. So I'm like, there's got to be some big differences there on how you drive and how you attack and how you enter a corner and stuff. And I'm just curious as to what that's like.
Right. See, I'm glad I started in asphalt. I feel like that really helped me on the dirt because, I mean, asphalt, if you're not smooth, you're going to the back. The minute you squeal a tire or push, you're done. You're freight trained.
Yeah.
So I kind of took that smoothness, I feel like, and tried to put it in the way I drive on dirt, and I feel like that really helps.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these guys down there, they'll just crank the wheel and throttle out and they're just straight to the top. You know?
Yeah, that don't work.
No. I mean, we're trying to steer and put power down with the same tires, so.
Yes. It's
like driving on snow.
Yeah, I totally get that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So because I'm ignorant, I don't know. I didn't grow up around the front wheel drive cars. You know, I've always been a rear wheel racer and stuff like that. There's a lot about these cars I don't know. I was a tech guy for a little bit at Florence, and you know, man, I'm really big on the safety stuff. But it's like, man, under the hood on these things, it's like it's kind of like Greek. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is, just because I didn't grow up around these types of cars. But they're definitely a lot of work, and they're a race car too.
Yeah. They can be tricky at times. I feel like I don't know.
Are they as finicky as I think they are? Or is it way more simpler than I think it is?
At least for me, my finicky thing is the toe on these. Like,
okay.
Like, I don't know about them all, but if you knock the toe out of this thing, it like if you change a camber, toe, whatever you change, it changes everything.
Yeah. So
the minute the toe gets knocked out, or the camber gets knocked out, knock toe out, or vice versa, and then it's just don't drive right.
Okay.
It either pushes or pulls. It's just.
Okay, I see a lot of different guys doing different things with tires and tire sizes. Is that a big thing? Does that change the handling of the cars a lot?
It can. Like I said, we run the lock transmission. Everyone runs locked pretty much now. We're allowed to. So I mean, you put stagger in the front, it's gonna help you turn.
Sure.
Too much, it kind of hurts. I don't like a whole lot. But a lot of, some cars run little tires, some run big tires. It's all. I mean, now we can do gearing on the 5-speed stuff. So
right.
You know, it's kind of where you want your RPMs at.
It's just, like I said, there's just so much about these cars that I'm not familiar with, and I don't know. It's like I just see so much different stuff happening, the hatchbacks and different stuff. It's like, man, these things are a different animal that I don't know nothing about.
Yeah, I think so much has changed. I mean, just with the Facebook and all these front-wheel drive groups out there now. I mean, last 2, 3, maybe 4 years, there's so much info other people are putting out there. And if you just go through and that's why I just read everyone's comments. I just kind of bundle into my head and I just kind of pull stuff here and there and just listen.
Get a filter out.
Yeah, just
listen. I feel like it's like anything else. You got to go through and filter out the good and the bad.
If you read something like that don't make sense, it probably don't make sense.
It don't make sense, right?
So, I mean, there's so much information out there as far as gearing and motors and setup. So
you got 2 back-to-back championships at Florence. Mm-hmm. Now, let's see. I think this was early last year. I did an episode with Kenny Stewart, and I think Kenny had just won the feature. Mm-hmm. So at that time, Kenny was leading the points. So I was like, "Hey, your points leading right now, you know?" And he's like, "Yeah, we'll see if that." He says, "I know the 51's going to be coming," and I was like, "Yeah, but enjoy the points lead while you can.
Yeah, see, I didn't plan on running for points. I guess it would be last season. Now we're in the new year, but I did not plan on running for points. I got my first one in. I was like, I'm cool.
I'm good. I got a championship.
And then, like I said, Kenny won. I finished second, and then we went the next week. I don't know if I won that week or not, but I'm like, dude, I'm right where I need to be again. We just kind of, I still wasn't running for points. I mean, halfway through the year, I'm like, I still don't know if I'm running for points. Like, I'm just every race I race,
You're just there.
I race because I race like it's my last race. Like, I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. I just think something could happen to it, and I'm done.
Yeah.
So I just race every race like it's my last race.
Yeah.
And then I got to thank my wife, man. Once we figured out we're running for points this year, like, we got to do this back to back. We get a vacation plan in August or something every year. And my very first points championship I won, I had such a lead I was able to miss a race.
Okay.
I went on vacation. I still came back.
Nice.
I was a couple points behind, but we got it back.
Make that up.
This year it was too tight. And we had races.
I don't know about this vacation.
We had races on Saturday when I left and the Saturday I was coming back. And they're both going to be points races. I says, oh, this ain't going to work.
Okay, so not to interrupt. So where are you going to vacation at here?
We always go to Panama Beach.
Okay.
I mean, we went to Destin last year. I didn't really care for Destin.
Okay.
Panama Beach or Surfside Beach right outside of Myrtle Beach is where we go.
So you leave on a Saturday and you come back on Saturday.
We usually leave Friday night.
Okay, Friday night.
Through the night.
Oh, gosh. This is really cutting into the racing.
Yeah, and then we'll leave down there Friday night and then get ready that Saturday.
All right. So how did you work the vacation this past year?
My wife was awesome this year. Once we figured out we're doing this points thing, I booked a plane ticket. She left with all the kids Friday night. I stayed. And it just happened to work out, which I didn't tell everyone thought I was going on vacation. Like, oh, he's going on vacation.
Yeah.
I had a plane ticket.
Yeah.
Sunday morning. It actually Florence rained out Saturday though.
So you got a little lucky on a rain out.
Yeah, but like I said, I was gonna be there. But so then we went on vacation and everything was fun, and we left Friday night. I'm like, I'm racing the Saturday. Rained out again.
Oh.
I'm like, damn, I just wasted. I mean, I've never flown.
Cut your vacation short.
Yeah. I never flown before, so it was cool. I can go on an airplane. So
how'd you like that?
It wasn't bad actually.
Yeah,
it was only like an hour and 30 minutes. So
I feel like people with flying, some people are you either love it or hate it. I love it. I enjoy it. I love the saving the time. Like, I'm getting ready to go to Florida.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I'm going to be there in a couple of hours versus I'm going to be in a car all day or all night driving. It's like, man, this is great. And I don't mind the speed, so I love the takeoff. You know.
So I got 3 kids. I got a 1-year-old and a 5 and a 7. So them car trips, they can be hectic sometimes.
Yeah,
so we leave at nighttime. And we try to roll all the way through.
Yeah. So. We took my girls to Disney World to Daytona for a vacation one year, but we didn't tell them we were going to Disney World. It was a total surprise. We told them we were going to Big Sky Resort in Montana. We're going camping we had a cabin and everything. So they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. So we left like I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. It was dark, so it's like, all right, we're getting on the road. We know they're going to be asleep in a couple hours, and they didn't know. They were in the back seat. Drive all night. We wake up and we're pulling on the beach at Daytona. We pulled in, got some McDonald's, pulled in the beach, and they're just like, where's the mountains? Like, where the hell are we at?
Where Montana get beaches?
Yeah, exactly. So we totally played it off like, oh, yeah, well, we decided to come down here instead.
Detour.
So here's the funny thing about it is, and we tortured these poor kids. I could probably get in trouble. No, I can't get in trouble, but we did. We kind of tortured these kids not all week. But so we went to Daytona, played on the beach all day. Then, because we were staying over by Disney, we were staying like 4 miles away. We had an Airbnb or house or whatever run. So we didn't know, though, leaving Daytona to go to the place we were staying at, we had to drive right by Disney World. So we're driving by Disney World, and they're like stuck to the windows, like looking at like, Disney, where we want to go. Like, oh, man.
Nobody look out the right side window.
Yeah, like, oh, we didn't know. We just have to plan that next time or something. So they're just like crushed, right? They're seeing Disney World, and they're like, yeah. So, but they didn't know we were going. We played it off. They didn't know. So, like, for the next couple of days, it was like supposed to rain every day, and we didn't want to be at Disney World while it was raining. So we just kind of planned around. We had our tickets any day that week. So we just kind of drove back and forth across the state, hitting beaches and having fun where it wasn't raining.
Right.
And every time we're driving right by Disney World, they're just like, we're going to Disney, we're going to Disney. So finally, the day we were taking them, we woke up and we're having breakfast, and my wife had their Mickey Mouse hats sitting on the coffee table, had their names embroidered and everything on and stuff. So they got done eating, and they turn around and see the hats, and Haley's like, still waking up, like, what is this? Like, you're gonna need that because we're going to Disney, you know. They were just like screaming, jumping, they lost their shit. It was so cool. So it might have been kind of worth it, but they were tortured for about 3 days.
Yeah, that's cool.
So tell us a little bit more about Kevin outside the car. We know Kevin on the racetrack. He's got some speed, can win some races, win championships.
I mean, really, man, I go to work, you know, I do 410s, I work every day. And
Okay, where do you work at?
I work for a construction company out of Cincinnati. I'm a heavy equipment operator.
Okay.
So,
any particular piece that you're on majority of the time, or you bounce off different pieces?
Excavator's my go-to.
Okay.
That's mine. But I can pretty much run anything else.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
But an excavator, that's my cup of tea.
Okay. What about music? What music's in your head?
I'm old school. Like, my parents always listen to country, so there ain't nothing me coming out here in the middle of the night and me just jamming this one Conway Twitty or something.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Some good old Conway.
Yeah.
There's a big age difference between my mom and dad.
Yeah.
So I've got a little bit of dad's old school and, mom's old school stuff now, but yeah, there's a big difference there.
Yeah, it seems like the more I drink, the older it gets.
The older it gets, the more hankier it gets.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, midnight, I got the doors open, there's music blaring, wrenches being thrown, you know.
Neighbors loving it.
Like I always said, man, they don't make my house payment. So.
Right. So. Yeah. I'm not going to mention any names. I did kind of make a coworker mad yesterday.
Yeah.
And we had words. And I hate that. You know, I don't like having words with coworkers. You know, it's like, dude, you know, you just sign my check. You know, I got to do what my boss says. Mm-hmm. He didn't like that. You know, it's like, well, I don't know what to tell him.
Yep.
So it's like, hey, you don't sign my check, bro. Yeah. I'm going to do what this man says.
Yeah. We get in that work. I mean, we're in construction, so I mean, we got some dirty mouths. We'll tell each other how it is.
Yeah, man. What kind of projects do you guys do?
I work for all of North Kentucky sewer districts, kind of, and do repairs right now. We do point repairs on everything.
Yeah.
Kentucky, and then we do Cincinnati too. So.
Okay. Yeah, I when I was younger, I worked for Loveland Excavating for a little while, and we, you know, always doing different dirt projects and stuff, and see some cool places, different stuff. Man, I've had some cool jobs. Really have.
I've been in the field since I was 18. I'm 32 now, so.
Yeah.
Don't feel like that long, but that's a long time.
It's a little while. It's a little while. Yeah. I was a union iron worker for a while, local 44 here in Cincinnati, and man, that was fun work. I mean, hard and dangerous, yes, but it was fun.
It looks sketchy when you look at it.
It is.
I'm good on that.
It can be. Yeah, I feel like if you're not being just a little bit sketchy, are you having fun?
Probably not.
Yeah, so that was different. Food, what you go to?
Oh man, probably Mexican food. I really like Mexican food. Yeah.
Okay.
I like Chinese too. The wife don't like Chinese. So.
Yeah.
When I'm at lunch Chinese. At work, if there's a Chinese place nearby, that's where I'm headed to.
Yeah. I love some good chicken fried rice, man. I can just eat like big old
mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, all day long. I like making it homemade too. I just don't do it enough.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm too lazy for that.
Dude, it's so easy, man. It's your rice and your vegetables and put some chicken in there and chop it all up.
Never buy like one of them frozen steamable bags, just pop it.
Yeah, we do that sometimes. Yeah. Here's one I always got to ask: Skyline or Gold Star?
Man, we go to both a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like I find myself at Skyline more often.
Okay. Good answer.
Yeah.
Not that I have a Skyline sponsor, but I'm trying. You know. Hey,
yeah, we go there more often than anything.
It seems I always bring it up. I always liked both and grew up kind of eating more Gold Star than Skyline, but now I'm probably it's not that I'm a diehard Skyline. I mean, I'll eat both, but I'm way more Skyline now and everything. You know.
I feel like if I go to Gold Star, there's a lot of hot sauce and other stuff going in there.
Yeah. The only thing I will say, I mean, I definitely like better the Gold Star is the chili cheese fries.
Yeah.
I love their chili cheese fries. Everything else, I'm Skyline.
See, I got those the bacon and ranch cheese fries from Gold Star. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
If I'm just going straight like three-way, it's Skyline.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, wife, 3 kids.
Yep.
All right. We've talked a little bit about Kevin outside the car. Now let's talk about Kevin back inside the car. We got 2024 right around the corner, getting ready to get started. Do you have plans or goals or anything like that set for the year, or are you just going to wing it?
We're gonna have fun this year, and points racing's all fun, but there's times it can get stressful. Like you get family parties pop up, and you ain't going. You're going to track.
Yeah.
So this year, like I said, I think me and Jacob Todd, we're gonna cruise some new tracks around.
Okay.
Like I said, and then so Lucas Walters lives next door, so he's probably hitching on with us. And
Right.
so last year, I think the last race we went to Cumberland.
Okay.
Lake Cumberland. No, all three of us never been there. I never seen the place.
Right.
And I called Carson Freeman called me and kind of gave me some tips while I was down there. That helped out, but it was cool. I mean, time we all finished, Jacob won. I mean, all three of us Florence cars were in top 5.
There you go.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I went to Cumberland in a modified before, and I'd never seen the place. And Carson's dad, Stan, he took me. We went, I think it was my first or second year in the modified. I raced with Stan a lot. Every week, I'd leave my house, we'd go to Stan's house, and then we'd leave from Stan's house to go to the track. So wherever we were going, we pretty much went together, parked next to each other and everything. So Florence had rained out, and we're trying to decide where we're going. Said, well, we can go to Cumberland or we can go to Lawrenceburg. And I feel like this happened twice. And one time we went to Lawrenceburg and one time we went to Cumberland. We had to decide where we're going. It's like, well, if we're going to Cumberland, we need to leave a half hour ago. If we're going to Lawrenceburg, we got an hour before we need to leave. So we got in a truck and we just head south. And the first time I ever went there, never seen the place or nothing. And I missed the fast car dash by like hundredths of a second. So I was like, that's pretty cool. I think I got something for this place. This is pretty cool. But I think I ended up tagging the wall in the feature and, I don't know, maybe finishing top 10 maybe. I don't know. But.
See, I made a big mistake down there. And Jacob and someone else, they were on side by side for the lead, and I was sitting back in third. And I don't know, I seen a car on the bottom. It was blowing up, smoke pouring out of there, and I swore I heard over the racer yellow, so I backed out of it. I mean, a good half track, not on the throttle.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, they come over and said, no yellow. But so I got back in the throttle line. I stayed in third, but
yeah.
Like, it just ruined the whole night.
Yeah, that's
I feel like anytime someone says yellow or racer, like, you just throw the yellow.
Yeah,
Don't say no yellow, not yellow. Just
being in that position, I can tell you, if you say it, you got to go with it. I mean, I've learned from mistakes, and I've probably made a mistake. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm human too.
I mean, them things are so like you can't. They're not real clear.
No, some of them are not.
So
I feel like the radios have a lot to do with it. The batteries in your receivers have a lot to do with it. Man, I can't tell guys enough, man. Just every single week, put a new battery in. Just the batteries aren't expensive. Put a new battery.
Yeah, see, I got a new helmet this year with the speakers in it. That helped a lot too.
Did that
nice.
helped a lot?
Yeah, because I used to have the wires on, and as soon as you pull your belt tight, there went the earphone.
Yep, pulls them right out.
So we got a new helmet with the speakers on. This pretty nice.
I always buckled in first, then put them in.
Yeah.
And my uniform had the little whatever you call the little things on the, and I put my receiver right there.
Okay.
So always I felt like if I'm in the lineup shoot, if I've got a problem, if somebody's got to get to it, it's right there, easy, accessible, and it's not.
Always clip mine on the belt slap. The pull down. Always clipped right there.
Yeah. Not bad. That's a good place to.
I could just pull it up and look at it.
Yeah.
Put it back down.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
But now with the helmet, it's all mounted in the helmet. It's nice.
Nice, huh?
Yeah, that's the way to go.
So you're gonna have fun. You're gonna travel around a little bit this year.
Yeah, that's the plan. Race for some money and some wins.
Yeah. Championships, you got those. So you're not so much worried about that.
Yeah. No.
Just go have a good time.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, before we wrap up and you have fun with that, who do you got to thank? Who's got you here and all that good stuff?
I thank my wife, obviously, for letting me do this stuff. Chase Bentley Line Design, he's been with me pretty much since we've last 3 seasons, and he's going to come back on board for 24. And we're always looking for new people to come on board this thing. It's
always.
It ain't cheap anymore.
It ain't nothing cheap.
No. So now, Horn's at the level now. I mean, these tires. I mean, if you ain't got the BFGs, those are $220 a pop.
Yeah. We used to run those in the super dirt styles.
Yeah. Actually, I've been buying mine used from some of the SCRA guys.
Yeah.
I need some fresh ones.
Yeah. Yeah, tires. Jesus. I don't even know where to begin with tires.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. Wife, sponsors.
Yeah, and then Countryside Graphics, he helps me with all the vinyl on this thing.
Got some Crazy John.
Crazy
Flume
John.
Brothers.
Yep. Jack Flume, he's we're pretty close. You know, I can call him or whatever, and I'm sure if he's got it, he's gonna help me out with it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, anyone else? You know, Jason Waters Tuning, Brad Built Motors.
Yeah, you just got a new one put in, right? Or is this freshened
up? It's the same one from last year. I guess I shouldn't have said that, but
but it's freshened up and it's better than ever.
It sounds better. I didn't do nothing too, but it sounds better. So,
there you go.
I don't know.
Factory exhaust. It's all good.
Yeah. But
cool.
Yeah. So
you're excited, ready to go?
I'm excited.
You're not ready. A little bit of work still to go.
Yeah, we'll be there. We got a couple things to replace and
okay.
Go through it all. And now it's time to get on it.
Yeah, I heard. Did I hear something about you might be changing the paint scheme or something?
I'd like to put a new wrap on it.
Thinking about it?
I'd like to, yeah. But
okay.
you know, we might just do the old touch up like we did on that one up there. So
yeah. That was look good hanging on the wall when you're done with them.
Yeah, it barely fit up there. That one's nicer than this one, so we might just put that one back on.
Make a swap, huh?
Yeah.
Right on. Cool. Well, Kevin, man, thanks for having me again, man. Good luck this season. Hope everything works out the way you want it to, and hope you have a lot of fun and all that good stuff.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right, no problem. So we're going to wrap things up. Hope you guys, again, enjoyed all that good stuff. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Tell everybody we need the numbers. Let's boost the numbers up. We need more subscribers on the Facebook and on the YouTube. So do all that good stuff, and we'll see you at the track next week. Thanks.